On this episode of SHS Today, we take you behind the scenes of Grease the Musical, go on a blind date at the Hive, and finally, we talk to students about their best and worst dates. All this and more on another Valentine's Day episode of SHS Today.
Winton! It's time to start the show.
Good afternoon, Saline. I'm Phoenix Vlasin.
And I'm Alexis Saunders. Welcome to this special Valentine's Day episode of SHS Today. Let's get started. Business Professionals of America will be hosting a fundraiser at Buffalo Wild Wings on February 18th for this year's state competition in Grand Rapids and national competition in California.
If you bring a BPA certificate, 20% of the proceeds of your meal will be donated to the program. Certificates can be obtained in Mrs. Camerata's room, C246, in Mrs. Gillo's room, C346, and in the main office. The Saline High School Drama Club's production of Grease is fast approaching. Sam shows us all that the Drama Club is doing to prepare.
On Friday, February 20th, students from Saline High School will be premiering their production of the musical Grease. We talked to the director, Mrs. Grebe Driscoll, about how preparations have gone so far.
We started talking about the musical back in the summer, deciding what show we were going to do. So we started pre-production back in the summertime. We rehearse 5 days a week, usually from 3 to 6. The larger role you have, the more time is required to rehearse.
We then talked to members of the cast to see how they have prepared individually for their roles.
Well, every day you have rehearsal, or almost every day. And besides that, you also have to take the time to read through the script and memorize your lines. You also have to kind of realize what the character wants, like what they would do in real life scenarios. So you have to understand what motivates them, and then you just like pretend to be them for a bit.
I prepare by going to rehearsals every day, and then at home I will get out my script and look over my lines and also sing through the lyrics.
The way we prepare for the musical aspect is mainly covered by two different people, and that is Mrs. Jane Panikar. Miss Price, our choir teacher, she is overseeing all the musical portions of the show, such as doing the one-on-one sessions that myself and all the other vocal characters are required to go to.
People should come see the show because it's an all-time classic, and there's a lot of amazingly talented people doing the show. It's gonna be great. We have an amazing director. She's putting it together just perfectly, and it's just gonna be a great time.
Make sure you're there February 20th, 21st, and 22nd, and enjoy the show.
Thanks, Sam. It's really interesting to see how the Drama Club puts everything together. We love looking behind the scenes of shows, and people sometimes forget how hard students work for them.
Grease premieres next week with shows on February and Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets are $10 for students and $12 for adults.
Well, Sandy and Danny may have found love at first sight, but what about the couple we have in store?
Alex Clark has helped us pair up two students for a blind date at the Hive. With their camera crew as third wheel, we'll show you the details of how it went.
Hello, Saline. I'm Alex Clark. Today, we're going to be setting two students up on a blind date and see how it goes.
So, tell me about, what do you do on your free time?
I play field hockey and lacrosse.
What do you want to do in college?
I think I want to go into sports marketing.
Interesting. Your beauty just flashed this whole room. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, what about you?
Being a dentist, you know?
Oh, I hate dentists.
And then, yeah, she opened up her mouth. No, that sounded a little mean. You should come over, come to my office and I'll fix you up.
I like cats.
Cats suck.
I like people who like cats, so the fact that he doesn't like cats is kind of a deal breaker.
Oh, I mean, I did have a pet bird that I found outside.
I hate birds.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of, I thought it was a deal breaker, you know. I kind of wanted to have a pet bird or a dog, but she doesn't want any, so this is goodbye, I guess?
I guess it is.
I mean, you don't like dogs or birds.
Yeah, and you don't like cats, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah. I mean, after this, it opened my eyes that, you know, we just have complete different interests. It's very hard.
This was the end.
Looks like we won't be doing this again. I'm Alex Clark. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Alex, and a big thanks to the Hive for providing the venue.
As well as thanks to Ollie and Rachel for volunteering their time, even if it didn't work out.
On February 16th, all 10th and 12th graders will be mailed information on an optional U of M survey conducted at the high school. Those who sign up to take in March will be paid $40 for participation. Students must turn in a consent form to the office and schedule times to take the survey online.
Now, our couple ship may have sank, but how do most Saline students fare on their dates?
Hello, Saline. I'm Luke Trokey. This Valentine's Day, we decided to go out and ask people about their best and worst dates. To learn more, we went out during the lunch period. First, we asked people about their best dates.
I don't know, homecoming?
First homecoming.
That was our first date.
Yeah, that was fun. It was a bit awkward.
We kind of just sat at my house and watched TV all night and cuddled. We spent the whole day at the zoo. It was a ton of fun.
Probably I went to one of my girlfriend's house and she has a home theater system down there. We sat there and watched one of our favorite movies.
Yeah, it was really awkward because during the slow dances we didn't know how to slow dance, and so this one guy, he was like a junior or senior, we had no idea who he was. He came up and was like, "This is how you put your hands."
However, with every good thing, there must also be a bad. We asked about their worst dates.
We were planning on going on a date and stuff, and I said what time and stuff, so we, said what time we're going, never showed up.
You want to talk about the one with your mom?
I got asked to a dance, and the only person I knew was the person I went with. We didn't know how to talk to each other, and it was kind of like, "I like you." And that's about it.
My mother was driving us to the movie theater, and we were talking to her, and we mentioned what movie we're going to, and she's like, "Oh, that movie? I want to see that movie too."
Well, Celine, it looks like the best thing to do is to have a low-key Valentine's date, and most importantly, don't bring your mother. I'm Luke Trokey. Back to you in the studio.
Hopefully those stories and advice will help out more students this Valentine's Day.
Well, that's all the time we have this week. Hope you enjoyed the show. I'm Phoenix Vlasin.
And I'm Alexis Saunders. We won't be here next week, but tune in on the 27th, where we cover Michigan road situations, a new 10th grade class called Zines.
Have a great Valentine's Day, Hornets.